It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, episode 99.
Ooh, cool.
Wait until next week. We're going to have firecrackers go off.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Do it in your house. I'm not doing it here.
What, no good?
No, not a good idea. I don't think so.
Oh, Noelle, you're no fun. You're really no fun. I'm Tracey. That's
Hi,
Noelle.
Tracey. Hi.
We're here to make you LOL.
Ooh, on 90 Day Fiance.
Trash Talk.
Trash Talk.
How'd you like that, guys? You're welcome. The vocal stylings of Tracey Carnazzo and Noelle Herzog. We're here to talk about 90 Day Fiance Season 8, Episode 2.
Wow, I was waiting for so much more. Episode 35. That's
Right?
what I'm used to.
Oh my God, I know. If you love what you're hearing right now, and you do, I need you to do two things. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Number one, go to patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast and subscribe to our bonus podcasts. That's right, plural, podcasts. We have Unexpected Trash Talk. We have 90 Day Fiance Self-Quarantine Trash Talk. And then we have almost 150 episodes of another bonus podcast called BS, where Noelle and I do all different things. You know, in the beginning, we used to take questions from listeners. Now we tell you intimate details about our personal lives.
It's so much fun. That's like the best podcast.
It's the best podcast. And I mean, it's like, honestly, it's like subscribing to an entirely nother podcast. Like that's how much content you get with subscribing to Patreon. So you're going to do that. That's number one, step one. Step two, okay? Go to iTunes. Leave us a 5-star rating and an amazing review telling us why you love the podcast.
Yeah, and also we want to know too. So
Yeah, we want to know. Okay. All right. That's all. Just 2 steps today.
okay, I'm like stifling a hiccup. That's why I just
Hiccup. Do it.
It won't come out. It's
Oh,
like I
no.
swallowed it down.
All right. Well, let me know if it's going to come.
Okay.
Let me know if it joins us. Speaking of a hiccup, let's talk about Brandon and Julia.
I don't like him.
I don't like him at all. I like her.
Oh, I don't mind her. She's not bad.
I think she's a nice little lady.
That's the thing. I don't think she's like a user. I don't know. She seems nice.
She seems
she's not
regular.
malicious. Yeah.
No, I think she's regular. So now, an episode later, they're still driving to DC. Guys, this is a 2-hour drive. What are we doing?
It's a very long drive, Tracey.
So now he's buying her airport flowers.
I guess because he saw like Colt do it and did not do it and didn't want to get in trouble.
Okay, so maybe bring the flowers to the airport. I can't imagine. Maybe go to Trader Joe's before. They have an amazing selection.
They really do. They're probably so expensive at the airport.
That's what I was thinking. And they're like not great. They're like buying like sometimes in my CVS, I don't know if everyone has this, you know, just because I live in a very fancy area. There's you go to CVS and there's just dead flowers. Like bouquets of flowers that you could buy. Like they're like on their last leg.
Oh, yeah, I believe that. I mean, we have bodega flowers over here. They're not bad.
No, bodega flowers are good. The inside
Yeah.
CVS flowers that probably get delivered once a month.
Uh-huh.
And they still sell them after they're dead. It's great.
I want you to know that I felt like a little like itch on my belly button just now.
Yeah.
And this was stuck in my pants. A Hershey Kiss
Okay.
thing.
Noelle?
Uh-huh.
Admitting that you have a problem is the first step, and I'm glad that you're here.
I feel like it was just so, it was so ironic that it happened with you here live on the podcast.
Noelle, it's not ironic because you probably pull Hershey Kiss wrappers out of many, many different parts of your body.
Honestly, I probably ate it in my sleep and just stuffed it there.
You were like, oh, is this the garbage? And it's like, no, that's your belly button. And you were like, whatever, it's the garbage now.
Whatever, same hole.
Wow. His family is so excited that Julia's coming that it's not a normal amount of excited.
No, like no mother should be this excited. This is a lot.
His mom is screaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird.
They all saw her 4 months ago.
Also, I thought you guys didn't like her very much. I thought she was like mean.
And then they talked about how much they didn't like her.
Right.
His mom is screaming.
Yeah, it was
She's screaming in the airport.
weird.
Okay, so now They're doing a full makeout.
Okay, I'm married, and I would not make out with my husband in front of my in-laws.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's weird. It's just
But
weird.
He's creating dominance over his parents. That's what he's doing.
Is that what that is?
I think so. He's trying to show them he's a big boy and he could do whatever he wants.
He's gross. I like his sweater, though.
Okay, so now Julia says, and this is a quote. You ready?
Ready.
I like how I always ask if you're ready for a quote.
I know. Well, sometimes I'm not, so you have to make sure.
Okay, true. She says, I'm from Russia. Now I stay here.
I mean, the girl knows she's got a life plan.
That's true. More tongue kissing.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like gross. Like, I'm uncomfortable and I'm not related to you.
Okay, and then something crazy happens. The entire family does a 4-way kiss with tongue.
Yeah, just everyone. And then just a weird porn just started happening.
And then she says, very excited to be in America. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are. I don't blame her.
So they check into the hotel room. It's so nice that they are allowed to get their own hotel room. I'm actually
one
shocked
bed.
at that. Yeah, that's so crazy. And she's like, hey, can I have like 5 or 10 minutes before dinner? Because I've been on an airplane for 12 days.
Right.
She's like, oh, I don't know.
I guess you could have 5 minutes.
30 minutes later. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Maybe the girl needed to, I don't know, brush her teeth. Jeez.
His parents are in the hotel lobby waiting for them to go to dinner. Oh, wait. That's where they're having dinner.
Right. Okay. So that's what I was thinking. Like when they go down there, I'm like, this is the restaurant? This just looks like a lobby.
It's just the hotel lobby and they're just giving them food there. I mean, I guess that works because they don't have to go anywhere.
I guess. I don't know. DC has nice places to eat.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, for her, it's nice that she didn't really have to go anywhere.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Okay, so now the mom is telling her about the farm. And she's like, oh, we have a lot of rules on the farm. And one of the rules is that you are going to have to stay in your own barn.
Right.
Your own stall in the barn.
You'll have some hay on the floor.
Right, but you're going to have separate
fine.
hay from Brandon.
Yes, you guys cannot share hay.
You can't. You can't even drink out of the same trough. Because you're not married. That's for we're going to come out and we're going to shear you.
Oh,
We're gonna groom you every day.
Yes.
The farm rules. Now she says that this is our house, our rules.
Right.
They tell her that he was lying to her when he didn't tell her.
I don't know if that's considered lying. You think
Okay,
that's
but why
lying?
they're trying to make them fight right off the bat.
I think that they're trying to show that he's a big PUSSY.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And they say to him, shame on you, you lied to her.
Yeah, I guess the dad is trying to shame him. Yeah,
This is stupid.
It's uncomfortable.
So she's like, all right, fine. If we can't stay in the same room until we're married, we'll get married right now.
I mean, she's not wrong. They're going to get married anyway. Just get married now.
She's like, okay, well, here's another uncomfortable thing that I want to talk to you about. Do you want to have children right now? And she's like, no. She's like, all right, well, then you're going to have to be on birth control. And she's like, I'm not going to drink any medicine. Now, here's the thing. The girl, clearly, there's a language barrier. She speaks pretty good English. Like, okay. I mean, obviously, it's like a little broken. There's things that are lost in translation.
Right.
But if I went to Russia, like, I couldn't even get by a little bit.
Me either. They have backwards letters. I don't understand.
Right. And here she is, like, she learns English. I don't know when. Listen, maybe she grew up speaking English, whatever it is. Obviously, this is just language barrier. And she's like, I don't want to drink medicine. And obviously, you know what that means.
Right. She doesn't want to take medicine.
Right. And she's like, drink medicine. I don't know what that means. And it's like, shut up, you do. And she's like, oh, no, that's like the dark ages that birth control is bad for you.
I hate the way they're talking down to her. Like she's dumb.
And his mom is getting really nasty. And she's not comfortable. And now his mother is speaking in broken English to her.
Which
She's
is a
like,
theme.
How about I take you to doctor? You drink medicine for no baby. No baby. Yes? Yes?
You're so right, though. It's like this is a theme we see on the show. They always talk in broken English, and they always talk down to everybody. I don't like it.
Oh, my God. So now she's like, he says nothing. He sits there with his mouth shut.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's a coward.
So after dinner, she's like, hey, do me a favor. Can you just like never talk to me again?
Like, can you do me a favor and like book me a flight home? I'm over this.
She's like, you're a liar. And she said that he allowed his parents to overstep, and he did.
Yeah, he did.
She goes, listen, I wouldn't even talk about this with my parents.
Right.
I don't have to talk about my reproductive organs with your parents.
Right. Like, they should not even know that she's not on birth control.
Right. So she said, listen, you have to work all day long. You have to farm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. Oh, no, you have to kill the bugs.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. And then he has to farm too.
Mm-hmm.
And then at night, you have to go in your bedroom and go to sleep alone.
Right.
She's like, when are we going to have time together if we're not even allowed to share a bedroom?
But then he twisted on her.
He's like, oh, well, when I go into my bedroom, I'm going to fall asleep immediately. That's not bonding.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's bonding to you? And it's like, oh, you're one of those guys. Yes, you are the ones I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, also, here's another thing that I picked out. Like, this is another thing that's wrong with him. He combs his hair from back to front.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he has like a
Bieber.
What is it? Like a Caesar?
It's like a Bieber.
Is that what it's called? Oh, yeah, but he does it all the way from the back, but I just feel like that's like a Caesar.
It's like a Caesar combined with an emo screamo.
Oh, yes, it's definitely emo screamo. And also he wears very tight clothes.
Well, because he wears the same clothes he wore when he was a little boy.
Right, he has the same furniture, the same
You know what he
clothes.
looks like? He's like, I'm a real boy now. He's Pinocchio.
He is Tracey, he's Pinocchio.
He is Pinocchio. And
good call.
I mean, you can't just keep buying new clothes for your puppet.
Right. You're going to have to start using the same ones.
Just saying. Puppet clothes are very expensive. So now he said that he's like, well, we really need to be good to my mom because, she paid for the flight. So I owe it to her. What?
Because he didn't mention that before. He just said that she was paying for the hotel room.
Right. But she's probably paying for everything now because he probably had like a savings of like, $5,000.
Yes.
And then spent every single penny and is now like, well, mom, now I need you to pay for things.
You're right. I think he blew everything like on that trip to France.
Yeah. And but he made her. This is what men do a lot of times. They make a woman think they have money by going into debt for them.
Mm-hmm. And the girl never asked for it.
Right. And then when it's time to get married, he's like, oh, I'm $100,000 in debt.
Oh, God, you're so right. Guys, they think that by showing off money, that's impressive.
Right.
Most girls don't get impressed.
No, also like save your money and get us a place to live without a blow up couch.
Right. I don't need your Pinocchio furniture.
That's literally. Do you think that they made him out of the furniture?
Oh, maybe. Or maybe they made the furniture out of his nose wood.
Well, he is a liar.
Right.
He really is a liar. Oh, Pinocchio Brandon.
Oh, I'm just not interested in him. I like her though. I'll watch for her.
Yeah, I like her. She's nice. So, she basically said, like, threatened to leave. And she's like, I'm not going to marry him if he keeps lying. Like, I don't need this.
And she now wants him to give the parents an ultimatum. Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And she's right. And then she says something so funny.
What?
I love her already.
So
she
do
goes,
I.
your parents not need to worry about pregnant because we're not tonight. So don't worry about the birth control. There's absolutely no reason for me to be on birth control. So
he looks so let down by this too. Like, what do you mean we're not doing the sex?
Right. But you know what? He has a lot of issues to work out. And I think that BetterHelp online counseling would be fantastic for him because he could do it in Iceland. He could do it in Paris. He could do it wherever he is because BetterHelp online counseling is worldwide. You can text. You can have a phone call or you can video chat. I video chat with my counselor and I absolutely love it. And you could talk about depression, stress, family conflicts, relationships, trauma, being a liar,
being a Pinocchio.
You could talk about that. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/fiance. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance. Now,
Yes.
speaking of mental illnesses,
Yes.
let's talk about Mike and Natalie.
Natalie, Natasha, Mike that hates his life. Yes.
Okay. So he's sending Uncle Bo to go live with his brother. Okay. And he said that eventually maybe he'll be able to put him in the barn.
Yeah, but he's saying maybe I could have you back here in a couple of weeks. So if you're going to have him back in a couple of weeks, why are you taking his tins off the wall?
Okay. Because Natalie and Natasha is probably going to rip them off if she sees them.
because he's never coming back.
Okay. So here's the other thing, and I want your opinion on this.
What?
Bo has a long rap sheet.
Uh-huh.
He has some DWIs, obviously. I mean,
Right. Clearly.
driving the tractor while drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Swimming in a green-blue pool of pond.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Some aggravated assault. And he's been like
Question.
kind of in and out, but like there's like 10 different incidents.
I just feel I like him so much. I think he's so nice.
Okay. But when you really look at the facts,
Maybe he's not that great.
maybe he's not that great. Just because you see 1 second of this poor man that's a little bit easy P.
It's totally an EDP, but maybe you are right though, because like he goes from crying to saying like women are crazy.
Right. And then
Yeah.
he's like, women are unpredictable.
Yeah, you're right. You're
This
right.
one time I had to take out a knife and slash this woman right in the throat. She learned her lesson though, I'll tell you. Because I got out and the next week I just did it again. So, but I will tell you this. I don't know if I would continue a relationship with a man who was harboring his fugitive uncle.
I don't know. I think that Mike is easily taken advantage of. Really?
I don't think he's easily taken advantage of. I think that he has no reason as him to be scared of Bo. They get along
This
well,
is
so what does he
true.
care?
Well, that's true too. And I also think that honestly, it's company for him.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they're
Yeah.
on this big farm in this like
Yeah.
tiny little town. Yeah, he has no reason not to want Bo there.
I think more that I got irritated because I feel like he gave in to Natalie. Like Natalie was like, well, Bo can't be there. And he's like, okay, Bo, you have to leave.
Right, and at the same time, Natalie's a crazy person, but
Yeah.
really think about this. You're going to live with someone and start a life with them.
Right.
This is not a big house.
Right.
Do you want to have to live with his crazy uncle in a very small quarters? Like I wouldn't want to do that at all.
I wouldn't want to do it either, but I guess I think of it as more temporary because I feel like she's
Right.
almost going there to try it out.
Right, but like I don't want to even try it out with your uncle.
Yeah, I guess.
If
Yeah.
I was like, Noelle, come live with me. This like aggressive, strange man lives with me too. It's a very small house.
I'm
Good night.
adaptable, Tracy.
No, I know,
am
but-
adaptable.
But you have to understand where she's
No,
coming from.
the thing is, she's also coming from very far away. And like, she's also, I don't think she's ever been to America at all, right?
No, she
Right.
hasn't.
So like she has, I think to make it, he should do it to make the transition as easy as possible.
He
for
should.
her.
And also,
Yes.
I don't want to come there and live with anyone
Yeah, I guess.
besides you. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's where I see her side, not saying she's not a crazy person.
Or
I'm
no,
just saying
she's
on
definitely crazy.
Okay, so the other thing that I do think, though, is maybe Mike should have gotten an Airbnb because you know that this woman's not staying long.
Okay, not only is she not staying long, she's going to have a big problem with everything in that house, I think.
Right. So she's on her way.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about how they're having trouble.
Yeah, because you're not in love with him. I think that's the trouble.
You know, I really missed her not opening her mouth.
She got her lips done, right?
She definitely got her lips done.
They're huge.
I think it's even worse because it weighs on her teeth even more and keeps them shut. Unless she got like a tiny little drop of crazy glue to glue her teeth together. I don't know.
I don't know. I know that our friend and yours, Royer, he said that he was very upset by her look this episode.
Okay. Same. Her
Yeah.
non-makeup look was alarming.
Yeah, it was much different than what I'm used to.
Okay, so now circling back to her not opening her mouth, without saying too much, do you think that that's why Mike doesn't want to marry her?
No. Do you think so?
I mean, just think about it for a second.
Oh, you know what? I'm a little slower to process than most.
Yes, you are.
So I got what you're saying now, and I
Okay.
think that could very well have something to do with it.
Okay, so her mom is dropping her off at the airport, and she calls her Natasha.
Well, that's the thing. So, like, I think just like my grandmother had like a house name and a real name. Here we go again with this, you know. My grandmother was Francesca on the streets and Jenny at home.
Jenny in the sheets.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I crack myself up, Noelle. I really do.
You're funny. That was funny, Tracy. You do. You laugh all the time at yourself.
I do. I really do. I wish that I wasn't like this. But here we are.
That's okay. I'm glad you're like this.
Thank you. So he's picking her up from the airport, and he
Right.
calls his mom Patricia, and like everyone's upset.
That's the thing. Nobody is like, oh, yay, she's coming. We love her. Everybody's like, are you sure you want to do this?
His mom's like, I'm concerned.
Right.
And then he says, I'm really not in a rush to give her the ring back.
Yeah, because like they're both checked out. I think now he's more checked out than she is.
Yes. And she's like, whatever, let me just see America real quick
Yeah.
on his dime.
Right. Right.
And then she runs and jumps in his arms.
Ew, did you even wash your hands after that flight? Gross.
Okay. Her head
Yeah.
looks like it might fall off. What's happening?
Oh, because she's like bobbly.
Yeah. I'm like, oh no. She needs some
She's-
stability.
She wears very sensible clothes sometimes, right?
She is a very sensible, business casual kind of dresser.
She always wears business casual clothes. Very interesting.
There was someone else on this show that always dressed business casual, and I can't think of it right now.
No, I don't know if it's her, but okay, now we find out what it is, but she was carrying what I thought was like an archery set on her back, like her carry-on.
She was like, Michael, we are going to shoot bow and arrow in the pond.
Because I'm like, what is she carrying? It's not a banjo. Is
Michael,
this like an
I
archery?
bring my banjo to go visit Bo in barn, and I play banjo with barn Bo.
Do you know what's funny is you actually look like her when you talk like that.
When
She talks
when I glue
just
my
like
teeth
that.
together?
Uh-huh. She
Yeah.
talks just like that.
Michael. Okay. Michael, why did you buy me purple flower?
I can't. And meanwhile, I'm thinking to myself this whole time because I think of you in everything I do. And I'm like, Tracy would be so happy with purple flowers. She loves purple.
But they were so cute. But they were also not purple. They were also pink, maybe.
Also, why does it matter? If I got blue flowers, I'd be like, wow, these are cool.
Right,
Like,
but
who
it wasn't even
cares?
like, they weren't like Barney purple. They were beautiful.
No, she wanted, I think, like traditional, like red roses.
Okay, well, maybe he can head over to CVS before he picks her up next time.
Find the dwindling roses.
When he drops her back off at the airport, he could bring her a nice CVS bouquet.
Yes.
Maybe he could stop at the gas station. I think Exxon's having a 2-for-2 sale. All right.
Yum.
She's super pumped to be in America.
Right.
And then he says, I'm hoping for the best. This sounds great.
Yeah, no, it sounds promising. He's like looking outside, contemplating where he went wrong in life.
He's like, do you think if I lay on the runway, a plane would hit me?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So he got a nice hotel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that place was so nice.
Michael, why did you get me purple?
She
brings it up again.
This purple.
Still mad.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I don't know what you're saying. Are you trying to say something? Is there a problem with purple? Is this like a sign that I didn't know that I'm sending you? Is that like the, Eastern European way of putting like a dead horse head in your bed. Like, what? Just say it.
Right. Like she won't say what's wrong with it. She just keeps complaining about the color.
I don't like. And then her eyes roll into the back of her head like she's possessed. I will not be ignored, Dan.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking at that meme today. Someone on Twitter posted it about her and I LOL'd.
It's so true. So she tells him 10 times, I don't like this color.
Right. So I would make sure never to buy her anything
Okay,
purple
throw
again.
him out.
Yeah, it's a trigger.
Throw him out.
Why didn't you just throw him out the door? Here you go.
Purple.
Yeah, purple. You have
Purple.
crazy eyes. You have crazy eyes when you do that.
I'm trying to like just really feel her energy. So he gets this hotel. He wants everyone to know it's $400 to $500 a night.
Listen, I don't care. It's very nice. It's a nice hotel.
I was gonna say they go in and I'm like $400 to $500. This is like thousands of dollars.
But that's
what
what
it
I
looks
mean. Like this is like you have a crew of people staying there. That doesn't look like. I mean, did you see the amount of dishes and plates?
Oh my God, it was beautiful. This was like a fancy home.
Yeah, that was so nice.
And whatever hotel it is sponsored or partnered with Beecher's Cheese.
I don't. Oh, because there was a cheese platter next to them. Yes, I was looking
but there was
at it.
Also on the door to the hotel room when they opened it, it was a Beecher's ad.
I saw that. I didn't even think about cheese. In my mind, I'm thinking like it's a microbrewery in Seattle. That's automatically where my mind went.
So now they have champagne and they ordered takeout. And then she toasts to the most sweet and honest man I know. What?
She's very up and down in her moods.
And then she says, I can't believe I'm here because 2 days ago I was in Kiev. Okay.
Isn't that how it works?
So there's airplanes.
Yes.
You go on the airplane in the sky. Very fast. Goes vroom, vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
She's like, I cannot believe.
I cannot believe I'm here so fast. Yeah, it's weird.
Michael, why you buy me purple airplane?
Purple airplane.
So everything's good. Everything's really good. I can't wait to see what happens with them. It seems like it's promising.
I know in life, like I hate to look up spoilers, but sometimes I think about looking to see. I wonder if these two are together. They can't be.
I don't like looking up spoilers either. But do you think, now this is just like my thoughts, do you think that Natalie was so surprised that she got there within 2 days because she's used to flying around on her broom?
Maybe, and it takes a lot longer to get to Seattle by broom.
Longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that flight.
That's true.
You're going
Could you
across
imagine?
like half of Europe and then all of the United States.
Yeah, that would take a long. Even to get from New York to Seattle is like a 7-hour flight.
And then if you broom it, it's like
right. That would be like
months.
14 hours.
Oh my God, you have a fast broom, Noelle.
I have an electric broom. My grandmother left it to me.
Jenny in the sheets left it to you.
Sometimes I think people think I go silent. I'm a silent laugher sometimes.
Jenny from the streets.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm going to be thinking about that all day. That's very funny.
All right, so now let's move on to Tarik and Hazel. He's 46 and he's from Virginia. And right off the bat, he's like, I'm mentally ill.
Oh, yeah. No, there's something all the way wrong with him. He's rapping about hot sauce.
That is correct. And he also says, this is a quote, that he is an excellent rapper. And I do agree with him because he does this thing, right? That's so amazing in this song if you listened. He rhymes pistol with pistol.
Right. Yeah. He's got a lot of rapping skills. I would know. I'm more like a rap expert, as you know.
Yeah. Did you love it?
Yeah. I stifled laughter as I watched it.
Right, because he's so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now he's wearing a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's
His
wearing
map
a
shirt.
It's an entire map. The entire shirt is a map. It's not just a picture of a map.
Uh-huh.
The shirt is a map.
The whole thing is a map. Yeah, like even the sleeves.
And Thailand is in the center of this map.
I'd say that he's got a thing for Thailand.
Well, he learned the language and the culture, and he also got a sword imported from Thailand. So now he practices swording a lot.
The fact that he's cutting cilantro with a sword,
He's
a little
cooking-
much.
He's sword cooking.
Yes.
That's what they do in Thailand. They cut everything with a sword.
Yeah, like he's doing this, and I'm like, you're just making yourself look dumber and dumber.
Like in Italy, everyone cooks with pepperoni.
Right, everybody cuts their food with spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what we
it's so
do.
stupid.
So he's cooking with the sword, but turns out his boo Hazel, not from Thailand, from the Philippines.
Right.
And he's just such a nice guy because he wants to give her a better life in America.
I'm so tired of hearing that line. It really annoys me.
So now we go back. And Noelle, you didn't watch this season. So you didn't know that Tarik wrote her a rap song.
Okay. When he proposed to her, right?
He brought his Beats pill onto the beach to play
Tracey.
the song for her.
He rapped a proposal like I was hiding my face.
She said yes. Who's the idiot?
I mean, I don't know. You could tell though, he's like very smitten with her. She can get anything she wants out of him.
Well, I mean, he's trying to give her a better life. What are you going to do? So he's been engaged to her for 2 years, and the K1
Right.
visa finally gets approved, and she's going to be coming in a few weeks.
Right.
So he gets a piece, a Teresa's piece.
Uh-huh.
So that's really nice. So this is a beautiful diamond encrusted necklace that is there. It's like they're Benifer, but they're really Teresa.
Okay, thank you for explaining that to me because I'm looking at this and I'm like, is this his rap name?
No,
like that's what I thought it was.
Oh no, it's their Benifer. It's their couple.
That's very stupid.
Oh well, that's not nice. Also, I will say this. Something that was impressive for me. When he opens up his drawer with all his necklaces in it, he had enough drawer space to have one entire drawer for 3 necklaces. And I was like, she's going to have a lot of room to put her stuff.
No, you're so right. That looked like a hotel room drawer. Like just where there would just be like a Bible in it.
I know. I was really impressed because I was like, she's really going to be able to move in and like pack her stuff in these drawers. That's what I look for in a man.
Drawer space?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it is good. I have to tell you, because when my husband moved in with me, he had nothing. There was nothing. There was no room for him.
Yeah. You were like, I don't know, like maybe bring a plastic bag and keep it in the bathroom.
Yeah. Keep it in the bathtub.
All right. So now we are reminded of his daughter. She's 7 years old, Ori.
Right.
And she is, he has her 5 days a week.
Right.
And she's autistic.
I did not know he had kids. Like I said, I don't know their backstory. I thought his brother was the one on the show.
No, his brother is just his brother. And he was so obnoxious all the time that they kind of gave him some screen time.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay. So he FaceTimes with Hazel.
Right.
And she has a son named Harry. And he's 8 years old and he lives with his father. And she's leaving him in the Philippines. But, you know, they'll bring him eventually.
And this is another thing. I remember like Lita, right? Didn't we go through this with Lita too?
Lita brought her kid.
I couldn't remember if she brought her kid or not,
Yeah,
right?
she
I
brought
just
her
feel
kid.
like a lot of people leave their kids behind. And that
Yes.
blows my mind.
We find out that Hazel is bisexual and she would like a girlfriend when she gets to America.
Okay.
Okay,
Good for
so
her.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Good for her, but being bisexual
Yeah.
does not mean that you have a husband and a girlfriend.
Right. Agreed.
It means that you're having an open relationship or a polyamorous relationship means that you have a husband and a girlfriend.
Right. If you're bisexual, you're just attracted to both sexes.
Right.
Right?
But I mean, if you're in a monogamous relationship
Yes.
as a bisexual
Yes.
person, you
Are monogamous with whoever you're with.
that's it. You picked one.
Right. Just because you're bisexual doesn't mean, and I don't know if that's her or if that's him assuming. I'm not really
No, I
sure.
think that's her.
Yeah, because she seems like, well, because I'm bisexual, I get to have a girlfriend too. But is it that, does she want him involved with it? That's what I couldn't figure out.
I think so.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. It's still not what, like, they're making it like being bisexual is like this crazy like fetish.
But that I think that this is like a stigma. This is what a lot of people think.
This is an alternative lifestyle, and while
Yes.
there's nothing wrong with it, let's call it what it is.
Yes, totally agree.
So she wants a girlfriend, and so now he's meeting up with his ex-tenant / friend Kia.
Right, who's very nice.
Super nice, but I like how he called her his ex-tenant, so he knows that so that we know he owns something.
I know. He's a real winner, this guy. Uh-huh.
He was probably like the super at a building.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess I was thinking to myself, like, what does he do for a living? And it would make sense that he'd be like just a landlord.
What doesn't he do for a living? He's a rapper. He's a
rapper.
swordsmith.
Right, he's a drawer emptier.
He's a Thai culture teacher.
Uh-huh.
Come on. So she calls him Terry, and they've been friends for 10 years.
Right.
And so they had this little, he reveals to Kia that Hazel had thought she was pregnant. So she took one test that said positive and then 2 after that said negative.
Right.
So he thought that she had an abortion behind his back.
But how do you go from like she's pregnant to you lied and had an abortion behind my back? Like, how did this happen?
So here's this is just, listen, we clearly don't know the entire story.
Yeah.
We don't know both sides. But if it's going how he says it's going.
Right.
She called and said, hey, my pregnancy was positive. My pregnancy test was positive, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And then she called and said, hey, I just took 2 more and they were negative.
Right.
If she was getting an abortion and didn't want him to know,
she wouldn't have told him to begin with.
right, wouldn't you just go get an abortion and then just never tell him and then he would have never known?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why I think there's a little bit of a problem with the way he treated her. And he said, he's like, listen, every woman has a right to choose what they want for their body, but I thought she lied to me. And I understand that, but also I don't think she lied to you.
Not only do I not think she lied to him, but the fact that you flipped out on her, like that makes me hate you.
Yes. So they break up and he starts dating Minty, like a mint. Like
right.
a cool
He started
mint.
dating Minty 2 weeks later. Uh-huh.
She's from Thailand. And and also he says that Hazel had said that her cycle was late.
Right. So she was late. I mean, you could get a false positive.
But he said that, I wasn't pregnant ever. I just had a 1 month late period.
Right.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Now the story gets a little bit murky.
Right. Uh-huh.
Okay. So he tells her about Minty. He's like, listen, I got to tell you the truth. Now that we're back together, I've been talking to this girl. Here are all my text messages. I mean, I think he did the right thing there.
No, so do I. And I think that he was just rebounding and wanted someone to talk to.
Yes. And he wanted her to see that.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
And Hazel's like, ooh, I like her.
Right.
Bring her back. So they all meet up in the Philippines. And Hazel winds up getting jealous because Minty has more of a connection with Tarik. Now, yeah, I get it because she's been talking to him.
Yes. Right. And like Hazel was never a part of that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, Tarik says the most cringy thing that I've ever heard.
What'd he say?
He says, he's talking about Minty. It was refreshing to me to be able to speak in Thai.
Well, what does that mean?
Because, he's a Thai culture man.
I guess, and he can't speak to Hazel in Thai. He's annoying.
He's like, finally, I could use my sword at my own free will. Hazel makes me use a Filipino sword. I like using my Thai sword.
I like using my Thai sword.
I make pad Thai.
Yum.
So then he tells his friend Kia
Right.
that he texted Minty a few weeks ago to ask her if she was okay with Corona.
Yeah,
and
I'm
he
sure.
hasn't told Hazel. Is this not, like, how many guys, listen, honestly,
Yeah.
how many guys from your past this last year since March have texted you to see if you're quote unquote okay during this pandemic?
Okay, but the thing is, this is an opening. This is an opening.
Yeah.
This is what men do. People have contacted me. And I
Yeah,
think
I
that
know.
this has happened to everybody.
Everyone, every woman.
Because you know why? Because men are disgusting.
Yep.
Honestly,
they're
they
disgusting. Hey, I just want to make sure that you weren't. Oh, you don't have COVID? Oh, okay. Do you want to hang?
Right.
out?
Do you want a dick pic?
Oh, you do?
Oh,
I heard it was
okay.
I heard it was the vaccine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like so gross. You're so right. That's so gross.
Super gross. So you know what, Tarik? You're a pig.
You are a
Next.
pig, Tarik. Yep, I'm over you.
All right. Rebecca.
You know, I've always been Team Rebecca, but I don't have a lot of respect for her.
Well, that's the thing. Rebecca's a very nice woman, and you can't
Yes.
deny that.
No.
But are you like 16, 17 years old?
That's my problem. Like, she's not well.
No. And I got
No.
to tell you, she looks really rough in her intro pic.
Yeah, she's getting rougher. Like, she needs those ring lights back.
You need to filter now.
Yes.
And I never understood this about Rebecca. Like, she's so into her looks, and yet
Yeah.
she'll never get her roots done.
She'll never get her roots done. She will never wear makeup that is good and smoothing on her skin.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
All right. So she goes to the gym.
Right.
And the funny thing is, they're talking about Zayed.
Uh-huh.
So they put a picture up on the screen so we know who you're talking about. This picture is from when he was like 12.
But those are all the pictures that they use. Just like her pictures are all extra filtered.
She's like, I thought he was a 7-year-old boy.
Ew.
Super ill. Okay, so now she has a shirt on, right? At the gym
Yes.
that has 3 pictures of Zayed on it.
Yes.
This is Zayed merch.
I've never seen anybody with more merch than her.
Cafe Press must really love her.
Also, Cafe Press. Wow, that was a throwback right there. Also, she is very insecure, and I think this because she can't even go to the gym without a full face of makeup on.
Without a full face of makeup and a Zayed shirt?
Yeah, no, she's not well.
Okay, so she goes with Melanie, her old private investigator boss. That's
Sure.
not real. Let me tell you something. This is like if you and I were on a reality show.
I was just gonna say that. Yep.
And
Yeah.
they'd be like, how do you know Noelle? And I'd be like, well, Noelle was my tiger training coach
Right.
when we used to work at the circus.
So what she's really saying is me and Melanie used to drive
friends.
around together and we're friends, and we used to drive around together and we would stalk our
We would
exes.
pass our ex-boyfriends' houses. Yeah, guess what? Noelle and Tracey, we're private eyes too.
We're probably more private eyes than they are. Yes.
And you're my private eye boss, and that's how I know you.
Yeah, I could do a background report on anybody. Come on.
But let me tell you something. I don't have a shirt with 3 pictures of a garbage man on it. I'll tell you that.
Could you imagine if I walked around with a shirt with 3 pictures of Matt on it?
I mean, you could do whatever you want by yourself because you'd never have another friend.
No, I wouldn't want another friend.
And hopefully Matt would leave you.
Yes.
And in the divorce papers, he could just put a picture of the shirt, you wearing the shirt. And they'd be like, divorce granted.
Seriously, I'm just surrounded by merch of myself. I can't take it anymore.
I wake up and I'm looking at me. She wears a Zayed mask when she goes to sleep.
So, yeah, it's really weird.
Okay, so now they have a trainer, like a boxing trainer, and she tells the trainer's like, all right, I'll take the bait. Who's on your shirt? She's like,
she's very set up. There's a lot of setups with her.
Lots of setups. Oh, this guy on my shirt?
Uh-huh.
This little old thing, this old rag?
That's funny. You even noticed this? The picture's
didn't even
so
know
small.
It's just so
Yeah.
Oh, that's my super hot fiance. We are 40 years apart. He's a very conservative Muslim, very conservative.
Yep. He's from Africa, Northern Africa, in case you don't know geography.
He loves macarona.
I love macarona. I want Ditalini every time I see him.
I know. He is so beautiful. And he says that I am so beautiful.
Tracey, I almost had coffee come out of my nose just now. Oh, that was funny.
And then Melanie, see, I got to tell you, I think that I would be Melanie in this situation because Melanie goes, yeah, she's been through this before.
Melanie just like giggles at her. Yeah, that
Melanie's
would be
like,
you.
listen, I understand that my friend is not well.
Yes.
but I'm going to be friends with her anyway. But I'm definitely going to tell everyone she's not well.
Do you think, yourself, Tracey, do you think that Zayed is full of baloney? Like, do you think he's using her, or do you think it's like real?
I don't think he's that full of baloney. I think
I
that
know.
he's a little bit off too.
So do I. I have to tell you, I don't think it's like bullshit. I think that they're both wackos.
Yes. I think that they've found their match.
Yes. Yes.
Like, listen, Azan and Nicole, Azan is using her 100%, has no interest in her.
No.
Zayed has his own merch factory at his house.
That's the thing. Like, I think that he, like, for real, like, loves her.
I think he loves the attention.
Who wouldn't? Listen, if someone wanted to wear a shirt with my face on it all the time, I mean, I would be like embarrassed, but thanks.
So she also is that girlfriend that is like, oh, we're doing kickboxing. Zayed would like kickboxing.
Yeah, she has no personality.
She just wants to, everything that you say, she has to relate it to Zayed and bring him up. She's like, we're at the gym. I have a fiance named Zayed.
Right, like she can't stop talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a private investigator? Yeah, I'm also engaged, so.
Right.
Oh, did you want to? You wanted to see a picture of him? Well, there's 3 right here on my shirt.
I also have a mug at home I can send you a picture of.
Oh, wait, actually, I have an extra one in my bag. Let me pull it out.
I have a steering wheel cover of him.
And then she ripped her shirt off and she's like, I have his face tattooed across my chest.
I was going to say, they're on my implants too. His face is on my implants.
You think that those are his eyes, but they're not. They're my boobs. His eyes aren't very droopy at all.
I want to go home.
All right. So I love. So Melanie's like, remember when we PI'd? Remember when we were fake private investigators and I private investigated him and he never had a job ever and there was no work history?
And she's like, oh, yeah, about that. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, but he worked off the books. But he doesn't work now.
Right, because he's never worked. He doesn't want to work.
She said that her ex cleaned her out with all her money.
Listen, I'm sure her ex was like an Azan. He was a scumbag.
Of course. So now she said that if he's lying, she'll never trust again.
I mean, how about if he's lying? Maybe you should seek some better help and make better decisions.
Yeah. Get some online counseling, lady. You know why else she should get some online counseling? Because she loves a good boot cut jean and heels and a chunky sweater. Just like 1995 come to life.
She said, I've worn these outfits like a lot.
Oh, I wore them too. I was in 8th grade and I used to wear them like to a event.
Yes, I loved a chunky heel. I really did.
Oh my God. So now he needs an Xbox because he will be home and bored. And then she goes to GameStop, right? And she tells them, she's like, my son is 25 and my fiance is 27. And Jenna is working in GameStop with her beanie, right?
Right.
And Jenna's like, oh, okay.
Right.
It sounds like you have mental problems. Did you want to buy something?
The thing is, I feel like Rebecca just roams the neighborhood for people to tell about Zayed.
That's what she's doing.
You know?
And she's like, Jenna, do you want to hear more about my fiance? And she's like, I guess I do.
I guess that's why I'm here. Yep.
Go ahead. So now she's looking at a game system and she's like, this game system that I'm going to buy for him, can he hook up a debit card? I mean, my debit card to buy games off of it? And she's like, yeah, whatever. So now she pays for it. $215. Did she buy him like an Atari that doesn't work?
Okay, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what the hell did she buy him?
I don't know.
She might have bought him a used console, maybe.
I understand that, but like, which one? Did you buy him like 2 styrofoam cups with a string in it?
It's funny. That was like my science fair project so many years in a row. But it's funny because the amount of styrofoam cups with the cord that I went through, that was like always my thing.
What do you mean, Noelle?
In my science fair project, I did that so many years in a row. I also like made like crystals out of alum.
What's alum?
alum is some stuff I don't really know what it is. It's supposed to like, I don't know, shrink everything. I'm not really sure. I might sound dumb, but like you can make
No, I
crystals
like that.
out of it.
I want to make crystals. I made crystals out of salt. I made stalagmites and stalactites.
That's cool.
Yeah, we could do this. We could play if you want when Corona's over.
Yeah, I mean, or we could also just like do it here on
I guess so.
FaceChat.
We could Zoom science experiments.
I like that. I want to make crystals with you.
Okay. I'm going to write that down. So Zayed, she pulls out her debit card, the one that he's going to hook up to his
Yes.
Atari.
Mm-hmm.
And his face is on her card. And she goes, he's cute, right?
And everybody's like, yeah, no, he's great.
And she's like, yeah.
The thing is, I've never seen a card like this.
You can get any picture on your card. I have like floral motifs on my cards.
Yeah, but didn't you like pick that out?
No.
Because I had like
No.
a Disney card. 'cause
No, I
picked
gave
it
them
out.
a file.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Capital
Okay.
One.
All right.
Okay. So I wanna play a little game with you. All
I'm here.
right. So you know how she keeps telling these clerks at the store about her problems, and they just keep
Yes.
saying awesome.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna be Rebecca.
Okay.
I would like you to be Jenna from GameStop.
Okay. I don't have my beanies in here, but okay.
All right. Just put on your fake beanie. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really cute, right?
Whatever.
You know, my first husband, he was 20 years old.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 20 years old. He scammed me for a green card.
Do you want to buy another game?
So what happened was he used me and then took all of my money. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Jenna, I've been married 3 times.
Do you want to talk to the other clerk?
Jenna, I had to go to Tunisia and eat macarona.
I'm hungry. Hello, Josh. Can you come over here, please?
Jenna, Josh, you know what? Yeah, Josh, you come over and listen to this too. So we went to this bar one time and we had matching outfits on. So like, you know, dark jeans, leather coats. And I took off my coat, even though he told me not to, in a Muslim country. And I just revealed my body to all the men.
Oh.
I was really angry about it.
Okay.
My dad really didn't love me. I think that's why I'm like this.
That'll be $215.15.
I just feel like I'm trying to fill a void in my life.
Okay.
Jenna, are you even listening to me?
That's $215.15.
This girl's the worst.
You're so right though, because like she'll talk to people and nobody responds back with questions and she keeps going.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you wanted to hear more? Okay. So
That's
now
funny.
it's 2 a.m. He's on his way to the appointment. So she takes out her
Right.
Zayed blanket
Uh-huh.
and then she sends him a voicemail, like a audio note.
Yeah, like a voice note. Mm-hmm.
Zayed, it's mommy. I want you to drive safe. I want you to wipe really good.
Mm-hmm.
Zayed, mommy loves you. And then she says, this is a real quote, I'm concerned about his little heart. Is she talking about her hamster?
Yes. His
Okay.
little heart might break.
And now she has a framed selfie of him by her bed.
Yeah, this is sickness. This is a sickness.
She's like, I don't know what the problem is. I just want to crack his ribs and wear him as a cape.
Mm-hmm. I just want to like take a bath in his blood.
Mm-hmm. No good? So now he calls her and she's like, how was it? And he's like, I don't know.
They took my passport.
They said come back in a week.
Yeah, he seems very like he doesn't care.
And she's like, baby, how's your little heart?
Gross.
Now,
Gross.
I understand why she was so nervous for him going on this interview.
Why?
Because he's never been on any kind of interview in his entire life because he's literally never had a job.
He's never had a job ever. Also, I am concerned that she even slept with a smoky eye on because it's like she knew he was going to like FaceTime her.
Okay, but she sleeps with a smoky eye, but then in her intro pictures, she's makeupless.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't get it.
She's really backwards. All right, let's talk about the most hated couple on this series right now.
I think everyone really hates this guy.
I don't even hate her. I hate him.
I don't think either one of them are particularly likable, but I can relate to her a bit.
Okay, exactly. So Yara and Jovi.
Yes.
She says that she saw some fat people on the plane.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Uh-huh.
Okay. And he really tried to get the best place because she likes luxury.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it seems very luxurious and clean, too.
So she walks into the apartment and she said the bedroom's small.
Mm-hmm.
And also he has like a broken piece of furniture.
Yeah, I don't even... Oh, the thing is, like, it was just broken in the middle of the room.
Right. It's very messy. There's alcohol everywhere.
Yeah, he's obviously clearly has a problem.
He's a lush.
Yeah.
She looks better without makeup.
She looks so much better without makeup, and I have a big problem with her hair.
I have a giant problem with her hair.
Uh-huh.
And whoever's hair that used to be should be ashamed
Yes.
of themselves.
I totally agree. But she has a very nice body.
She does. So she wants to sleep. She's like, I have all the pills, all the flying. Please just let me go to sleep. She obviously like took a Xanax on the plane. She's been on a plane for 30 hours because he was too cheap to buy her a direct flight. Like, leave her alone.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's like, let's go to Bourbon Street. I've been to Bourbon Street so many times. It's hell on earth.
It's the worst. Now, also, he's drinking champagne with her and says that he wants to go out and drink.
Yeah, he has a problem.
You're drinking.
Mm-hmm. No,
He's
it's
like,
not enough.
He's like, I want a double drink.
He wants to black out.
Yep. So he's mad that she doesn't want to go to Bourbon Street. And now the next day, she says that the closet is filthy dirty. And he's like, Yara's been here for one day and she hasn't stopped complaining. And I hope she dies a death I hope she burns in a fire.
Yeah, he's like not interested anymore.
I don't think he really ever was. I think he thought that proposing to her was the right thing to do.
Yeah, because she was pregnant.
Okay, so she calls it a cool. She's like, "Oh, look at me in this cool apartment." That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, "I need more of these," and she shows him the hangers. Right, again, language barrier.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hangers? I'll buy them for you if you learn how to say it."
What an asshole. What an asshole thing to say.
He wants to go out.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Oh, he wants to go to Bourbon Street. Nobody that lives in New Orleans goes to Bourbon Street.
Okay, but it's also like in the morning.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter to him though.
So, and she has a very not good lip job, I'll tell you that.
Who does though?
I know. Well, I think that the people that do, we don't talk about them because we don't know they have lip jobs.
That's actually a really good point. Yeah, her lips are very uneven.
Very. So he takes her to Bourbon Street, and she said that Bourbon Street is disgusting. Correct. She is correct.
Correct. Yes, and it smells. Yes.
And now he talks about how he's like, listen, we're going to go to my mom's house, and she wants us to sleep over. And she's like, oh, I would love to go to your mom's house. I don't want to sleep over. I just want to sleep in our cool apartment.
Right. Like, I don't want to sleep there.
And he's like, no, it's Louisiana culture. What?
Okay, I don't think that no, what he's saying is
I'm an alcoholic. I'm a
Yes.
raging alcoholic. I cannot possibly go
Drive
anywhere
home.
and then get home.
That's exactly what he was thinking. Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I have to sleep over. I've slept over at 4 of these bars.
Like I have a hammock in the backyard. Right.
And she's like, I don't want to. I really don't want to. And then she says something like, I don't like to do things that I don't want to do.
Yeah, and that's where I felt her, and so did you.
I was like, yes, thank you. Thank you for speaking up. She was not even being mean about it.
No, she was like...
She's like, I'd love to go see your mom. I don't want to sleep over her house. That's crazy.
And then she's like, but you can go alone if you want to sleep there. But I don't think she was being nasty about it.
She wasn't. She was just saying, like, if that's the only choice, then I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And he says, this is a quote, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, that sounds pretty terrible.
And he's like, the Ukraine is disgusting. And she's like, and the United States is better. And she's like, I can go back to the Ukraine. Like, I don't mind.
Yeah, she's like, the Ukraine isn't all that bad. I'll leave.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He is, I don't know. I guess he needs to really see that he has a problem.
He doesn't see it. I don't think he's ever going to see it.
No. I mean, even his friends don't like him.
Yeah, who does like him? His mom
No
doesn't
one.
seem to even like him all that much.
I know. He's like, Mom, I'm going to sleep over again. And she's like, oh, you're going to drink until you black out in my house?
Right,
Okay.
you're going to empty my bar? Thanks.
Great. Can't wait to see you and your new wife. So, yeah, that's what's going on. I cannot wait until next week. If you want to know what's going on the podcast and you want to talk about the things that we talk about and our opinions, make sure you go into the Facebook group and join 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk podcast on Facebook. It's a group. We chat. You could chat with us. You can post anything you want about the podcast, about the show. It's really fun. And you can follow us at 90 Day Fiance on Instagram and Twitter. And don't forget, we have another podcast called Teen Mom Trash Talk that we both host. Make sure you're joining the Patreon, giving us a 5-star rating and review. And you can follow me, your host, Tracey Carnazzo, at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram and Twitter. And you can follow Noelle at Noe_bear810 on Instagram and Noe Girl on Twitter. And guess what? We have merch for sale. We have 2 different kinds of 90 Day Fiance magnets. What? We have 90 Day Fiance holographic stickers. You can find out all about that in the group on our, and you could go to TraceyCarnazzo.com and look at our merch. I'm going to be putting up more. So if you don't see something that you want, make sure you message me and you could get some stickers and magnets for Christmas.
All right.
We also have our face stickers for sale for $4 each. We got a picture of Noelle's face and a picture of my face separate. So if you want to Noelle's face, you got to Venmo her. If you want mine, you Venmo me.
That's right.
All right. I got to go now.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.